For those who don't know him, this is Joseph.
His story is something else.
He went from being sold by his own brothers to becoming a slave, and then rose to a position of great power in Egypt, second only to Pharaoh.
But one of the most amazing parts of his journey was when he resisted the temptation of Potiphar's wife.
She was a beautiful and powerful woman, and she had authority over Joseph when he was a slave. But even with all that, Joseph resisted.
You might know the story, but let's break down how he did it and what lessons we can learn from him.
When Joseph was tempted, the first thing he did was run. He didn't stick around to try and talk his way out of it or see what might happen.
He knew staying in that situation would only lead to trouble, so he got out of there fast.
This shows us the importance of knowing when to leave a situation that could lead us into doing something we know is wrong. Sometimes the best thing we can do is avoid the temptation altogether.
Now, what does that look like for us today? When we're faced with temptations, especially those that stir up lust or other strong desires, we need to take action just as quickly. For example, if you're watching something on TV or online that starts to stir up lustful thoughts, don't wait to see where it goes, turn it off right then.
If you know certain places or situations might lead you into temptation, don't go there. Avoiding the situation altogether is like running away before things get out of hand. And it's not just about lustful temptations. If you're in a relationship where someone is pressuring you to go against your values, it's time to step back.
That's another way of running away, setting boundaries or even ending the relationship if needed.
The same goes for peer pressure. If your friends are pushing you to do something you know is wrong, like drinking too much or doing drugs, find a way to leave the situation. You might feel awkward in the moment, but it's better than compromising your principles.
Even at work, you might face situations where someone's flirting or making advances that make you uncomfortable.
In those moments, running away might mean keeping things strictly professional, distancing yourself, or even talking to HR if it gets serious.
Online temptations are another big one.
If you're browsing the internet and something pops up that's leading you in the wrong direction, close the browser, put your phone down, or walk away. Don't let yourself get sucked into something that'll lead to regret.
Running away from temptation doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're smart enough to avoid trouble before it starts.
Joseph knew that, and he acted on it.
His story teaches us that sometimes the strongest move is to walk away. And let's not forget about the small things too, like financial temptations.
If you're tempted to make money in a dishonest way, remind yourself of the long-term consequences and choose to walk away. Honesty is always the better path. Joseph showed us the power of strong morals, fear of God, self-control, loyalty, and courage.
By following these principles and being ready to run when we need to, we can resist temptation just like he did.